how happy am I to meet this beautiful lady? As the only national daytime show airing live in all time zones, Daily Blast Live talks about what you are talking about. Our next guest serves as one of the many hosts starting conversations that are unpredictable, honest, and definitely real. Please help me welcome, I feel like I've known her, Erica Cobb, co-host of Daily Blast Live. I get to chat with you guys every Thursday.
Yes.
Shout out to all your co-hosts. How many are there? 5?
There's
total?
8 of us
8
total.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we are an army. We are like the sibling group, you know, from back in the day.
You are.
Where we are like outside, you know, chopping the wood, doing all the things, yeah.
Okay, I'm just so happy you're here. Brand new season. For anyone that's kind of not familiar with the show, just talk about a little bit of the concept and really what's maybe new for this season.
So we are a breaking and trending news show, but we're point of view. So I like to say that we're kind of like Facebook if people were using their real photos and real names. Right? Yes. Because it kind of turns into that. We're having the same kind of topics, talking about things that are on people's minds. It's like water cooler, but it's also integrated with a little bit of the Thanksgiving table and a little bit of like, you know, your friends from high school with your friends from college.
Sure.
So there's some diversity in the panel, and that's why we get, you know, a little heated sometimes.
Right, but I like it because you really are going there. And so as far as your background goes, you were in radio, now you're on television.
Yes.
What's that transition been like for you? Was there some comfort when you were in radio and sort of like kind of being behind the mic where now, I mean, here you are out to the world, or you don't really look at it that way?
Yeah, it's, you know, I had never thought of it that way, but a lot of my friends will say that. Like, you chose to stick with radio for a really long time, but the truth is, radio was my first love. I fell in love with radio when I was 12 years old. I decided that I was going to have a studio in my house. I have since done that. It took 25 years, but it's happened.
That is awesome.
I just, there's something about radio that the ability to emote without people seeing you is a very special thing, but it's also a very special thing to have a show like Daily Blast Live, which really is kind of like a morning show on radio, but for TV.
But for TV, yes. And I know you do cover some controversial topics. I was just telling her before the show, we here at Atlanta and Company, you know, we kind of maybe stay away from the more controversial, but you guys go right in. And that's, again, expected. That's the premise. So what do you feel like, and I know we could probably be here all day on this one, but maybe one of your most compelling storylines as of late for you that really kind of hit home?
Oh, goodness. Well, right now there's this major thing happening with Swifties. Hey, Swifties. I went in with my co-host Brandon about what has happened with this Taylor Swift saga in terms of her not being able to own her own masters because there was a private deal done in a back room to not allow her to purchase it, but then it was then purchased by someone who she considered an adversary. That video went viral on actually yesterday, and Swifties have been coming out of the woodwork, really excited that I have supported Taylor. But to me, it's just about doing what I believe it's right in terms of being a creative and being able to own and have your own legacy.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. And of course, since you are used to talking over some of the biggest headlines, we do the same in a segment that we call, say it with me, Have You Heard? She was like, what am I saying? What am I saying? Ready, Eric? We'll do it one more time. Ready?
Have you heard?
Okay, you're going to join me on this one. Guess what? Have you heard, guys? There's no escaping it. Thanksgiving is less than 2 weeks away. Do you already have your turkey? Well, according to a new, she's like, no, me neither. According to a new study, a majority of Americans say they are actually tired of the traditional Turkey Day dinner.
I can understand that. Yeah, but yep, more are turning to alternative options. In the study, 43% of people say they are open to celebrating an alternative Thanksgiving this year. This includes skipping the cooking and going to a restaurant instead.
Oh gosh, and there's the cranberry. By the way, guess what everybody's tired of? First one of the sides, cranberry.
Really?
The cranberry sauce, yes. Do you like cranberry sauce?
I do. Well, you know, on the dressing. Y'all call it dressing or stuffing?
Well, no, dressing and stuffing, that's one of my favorites. The actual cranberry.
Right.
That gelatinous thing of a
Right, but I'm saying it together because you put the cranberry on the dressing. Y'all don't do that?
Does anybody do that here? Cranberry on
I'm like,
Does
yeah,
anybody?
that's
Yeah.
real Southern to me because I know where my daddy from.
Yeah, you're like that. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
Okay, by the way, the second thing that they would eliminate, people would eliminate, are yams or the sweet potatoes. That
Who are you serving?
Right. That's ridiculous.
Where y'all live at?
Right, because that is a must, and people do it with the marshmallows. Now, we've had do you like it with the marshmallows?
I'll do it with the marshmallows because I don't want to upset anybody. But if there was no cranberry and no stuffing no yams, we wouldn't have a Thanksgiving in my house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, do you cook, or does your family cook, or do you go out? Because we lately have alternated, and so it takes less of the pressure off. This year, we are actually going out.
Good for you. And I think that's great. If it were like maybe 25 years into the future, that would totally be my thing. But right now, my parents are really, really excited about these grandbabies. And we are doing our first Thanksgiving at my home with my husband. So my dad is a excellent baker, and he cooks, and my brother was actually on MasterChef, so he's a really great cook. So I just have to like kind of be there just to facilitate, just having ingredients.
Okay, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
Are you on dishwashing duty then, if they're all doing all the hard work? Because that's no fun.
I'm on hosting duty.
Hosting duty, right.
It's Hotel Erica.
Yeah, I love that, and that's a lot of work. Oh, I wish we had more time. I always love chatting with you guys, especially, though, getting to meet you live is so awesome. For more trending topics, please make sure you tune in to Daily Blast Live. It's right here, 11 Alive, weekdays at 2 p.m. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Give everyone a smooch for me.
Absolutely.
What